The German town of Bernburg is a fusion of ancient and modern history. Here you can visit a castle from medieval legends about Till Eulenspiegel and walk over to the square named after Marxist feminist Clara Zetkin. I came to this beautiful city because of its ultra-modern history. Here, next to the most ordinary McDonald's, is the main office of a company that makes prostheses and orthoses for people with disabilities. Gerd Klinz founded this company more than 30 years ago. Today, his two sons also work here. Sanitätshaus Klinz has many employees and offices in different cities across Germany. In addition of its domestic presence, the company also has patients around the world. Right inside the front entrance, you can see a small museum. This was how prosthetics looked only a few decades ago. Most likely, they were not so different compared to what people had available during the time of Till Eulenspiegel. But in the recent years, this situation has changed dramatically. First, new materials appeared. Silicone, modern plastic and fiber replaced bulky wood and metal. In the company's offices, you can find a wide variety of machines, tools and components. But the most important revolution happened in the 3D sphere. Gerd Klinz believes that 3D technology has helped significantly when working with organic shapes, and he himself is a very active supporter of 3D scanning and 3D printing.
Meine Vision ist immer, es wird viel 3D-Technologie erzählt und gemacht, aber es muss auch anwendbar sein. Also wenn ich im Fernsehen höre, da wird für ein Kind eine Handorthese gemacht oder eine Prothese, dann ist das sicher nicht schlecht, aber es ist teilweise in der Funktion für unsere Begriffe nicht perfekt.
Sanitätshaus Klinz began to actively use 3D scanners a few years ago. Orthopedic technician Carsten Sule was the first employee to use Artec Evaro in his work. He has completed many projects using 3D scanning, but he is especially proud of one job in particular. This project has received numerous professional awards.
Durch die 3D-Technologie sind mehr Möglichkeiten zur Herstellung von Prothesen gegeben. Das heißt, man kann individueller, effektiver und spezieller bauen als herkömmlich.
Paul Teupel was born without the lower half of one arm. He's around 35 years old now. For almost all of his life, he had to use a variety of prostheses.
It's definitely an improvement because the traditional methods took a very long time to produce a prosthetic arm, and with the new 3D scan technology, it's much faster and much more precise. It's quite an improvement over the Ottobock hands I used before. Their range of movement was just open and closing. They were fixed like this, and with this hand I can, for example, move every finger separately. I can choose the programs with this button on the back, and it made my life much easier.
To make such a complex prosthesis, Carsten Sule had to create a unique mechanism with sophisticated electronics and then pack it all into an organic hand-arm model. Without 3D scanning, it would have been impossible to create such an exemplary and convenient prosthesis.
3D scanner was used for both of these parts, for the upper part, so that it would fit in the most perfect way, and for the lower part we scanned my healthy arm, mirrored it and sculptured the lower part. And I can control it with two electrodes right on my skin, and these electrodes measure the electricity that flows when I move my muscles.
During the final stage, it was very helpful that Artec Studio was perfectly integrated with Geomagic Freeform, software that is well known among all 3D models. Maria Kjolitz is the second person in the company who actively uses 3D technologies. she believes that using geometric freeform is not difficult.
It's a great program to produce our aesthetics and prosthetics. It's pretty easy to handle.
Maria and Paul showed how the scanning was organized. To make a prosthesis, you don't need to scan the whole body, but the necessary parts of the body must be processed carefully.
No cable is running on the outside, all cables are in the inside and not visible from the outside, and never been able before. It's a very good thing.
At my request, the company staff conducted an experiment. Nico Klintz, master of orthopedics, one of the two sons of the company's director, carried out the full work cycle on the production of a plaster cast for a patient's leg. The work required plenty of time, variety of materials, and a lot of special knowledge. But the main thing was that it took a full 2.5 hours. Then Maria Kiritz did the same work. But she used the Artec Evaro scanner and the Artec Studio software. The exact three-dimensional model of the patient's leg was ready in a mere 12 minutes. Today, the company has 2 scanners. Last year, Sanitätshaus Klintz also bought an Artec Space Spider. The inscription of the prosthesis reads Meisterstück, Masterpiece 2018, and is the signature of Carsten Süle and recognition of the technological merit of Sanitätshaus Klintz by his professional colleagues. But the biggest reward of all is the sincerely happy smile on Paul Stapel's face.